for stopping by my channel. I want to share with you this strange dream that I had last night. And it stayed with me. I just got in, but it stayed with me all day today. I had this dream about this girl who I don't know, but she was my girlfriend in the dream. And I was taking her to meet my mother, who's long since passed away. But my mother was alive and well in the dream and anxious to meet this new girl that I was seeing. And I was excited because I really thought, I really liked the girl, and I thought that her personality would, just jive really well with my mother's. I took her to my mother's house, and there was a terrace or like a patio area. And we were out there talking, and everything was going well, just laughing and talking. And for some reason, she stood up when she was standing beside my mother, and my mother was sitting down. I was sitting in the chair across from my mother. All of a sudden, you could hear a siren in the distance, getting closer and getting closer. And for some reason, she just froze. She got transfixed in this sound, and she just kind of went into a trance, and she started shaking, and she started like shivering, percolating, whatever you want to call it. And she just, like, her eyes just kind of rolled back up in her head, and she looked like she was kind of possessed. And she grabs a hold of this fence. There was like a chain link fence at the border of the patio or the terrace. And she grabbed a hold of the top part of the fencing, and she just starts, I guess, trying to match the sound of the siren, and let out this strange noise. And it was the oddest thing. My mother was looking at me, and I was looking at my mother, and I was looking at her, and I was freezing up. I didn't know what to do, and in fact, I called her name, which I don't know. But in the dream, I knew her name, and she wasn't answering. She was just making this strange noise, and my mother was looking at me like, did you know this about her? And of course I didn't. But after that, she just started wobbling away from the fence, and then she started like shimmying out the, I guess, the exit of the backyard or the back area, and I went after her, and I was trying to console her. I was trying to just get her to come to, pay attention to me, but to no avail. And as we were walking down the street, I was walking beside her, and these, I guess, casuals or usual people that you see, pedestrians or people in the area. As I was walking by, a couple of guys saw me and they spoke to me, and one of them said to me, he called me LT. He said, LT, you know this girl? And she was steady making the sound, and she was talking to herself, but she wasn't responding to anything that I was saying. And I said, yeah, of course I do. She's my girlfriend. And he said, this girl's your girlfriend? And I said, yeah. And I'm like, I'll talk with you in a moment, kind of thing. And he was looking at me like he knew something that I didn't know, and but I didn't have time to figure out what he was talking about. And the other guys were looking at me like, whoa, why is he following this chick? And I was following her. She got ahead of me once I got distracted with the guys, but she got ahead of me, and she started going up into this walkway that led up to this old, abandoned, dilapidated house. And before I went up into the house, I was just kind of in shock, like where's she going? What is she doing? And I was at the foot of the steps, or the base of the steps, and she went up to this level where I could see her, and it was kind of hollowed out. You could see the roofing had gaps all in it, and she just started talking to herself, and she was just almost like she was speaking in tongue or something. It was very strange, very odd. And before I actually went up into the house, I guess brought myself to, and when I did, I just woke up, and I scooted to the foot of the bed, and I just sat in the dark for a minute. It was still pitch black outside, and then all of a sudden in the distance, this siren just starts coming down the street. They get closer, and this didn't happen while I was waking up. It didn't wake me up. It happened after I woke up, and it was just the timing of it all. It was kind of strange. It felt kind of eerie. It didn't spook me out or anything, but it was a spooky kind of scenario that I dreamt about. But all that to say, oftentimes my dreams have a big influence on my creativity, whether it be my art, my music, or my literature. And I try to take even the most disturbing, haunting, or morose scenarios that I remember from my dreams, and I try to turn it into something positive that I can use for my art, whether it be the visual art, whether it be a book, or my writing, or something I can use for music. I'm not really sure which one I will, which medium I will use for this particular dream that I had, but I will be using it in some form or fashion to influence my new work. Also, my recent book, Heaven, Tea, and Sweet Potato Pie, which you can find on Amazon. You can find it with other distributors online. It's a short story, so easy to read in one sitting or two. But it was influenced by a dream also. Much lighter type of influence, but nevertheless, it was influenced by a dream also. I'm going to try to start using more videos like this, or creating more videos like this, as I've been kind of urged along by people that do know me, because I think it will give people more insight on why I do what I do, and so on and so forth. So I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to speaking with you in my next video. Oh, also the music that you heard in this video, one particular song is called I'm Here For You, and I thought that would be appropriate for this video, since the beginning of the song is Sometimes I Can't Get to Sleep. And there's also I think Brooklyn Bound. Whatever other music that I've used, I will be sure to make sure to leave it in the description box for links that lead you to my music. Also, be sure to follow me on Spotify. But in the meantime, I look forward to seeing you again and sharing more with you. And thanks for stopping by again. Bye-bye.